On this episode of Terp Trends, we're honored to sit down with one of Jersey's real ones, Big Dave from Honey Grove. Before the laws, before the licenses, Big Dave was already doing the work. He's a legacy operator in every sense, cultivating fire, building community, and pushing the plant forward long before the market had a name for it. His roots run deep in the culture, and his transition into the legal side is a testament of resilience, knowledge, and staying true to the craft. Now leading the charge at Honey Grove, Big Dave is helping shape what Jersey cannabis should look like. Authentic, community-driven, and quality first. We're diving into his come up, the lessons from the legacy market, and how he's bringing those same values into the licensed world. This is one about real talk, real flower, and real legacy. Let's get into it. This is Terp Trends. Let's dive in. Somehow, the virtual world.
Friends.
Yeah. And it's better when your friends are in it too.
That was a weird thing to live through.
Yeah. And now, I was doing a pop-up at a dispensary and I was looking down and I saw like the 6-foot markers that they had to put outside. And it took me a second to like register, like, what are these lines? Like, what were these for? And I was like, oh my God, like, it's like it didn't even exist,
Yeah.
It's crazy. I don't think you
What
and I
state
can
was
dive.
that in?
That was in PA, Pennsylvania.
Okay. Where are you now?
I'm in Pennsylvania.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
You
so
gotta
I'm in.
check this
Yeah.
out. I'll be in Pennsylvania today.
Oh, nice, dude. Where are you going?
I'm going to the Man Center for fish.
Oh, sick. Hell yeah. Yeah, I've
Honey
at the end of
Grove.
it,
Honey Grove is real big into like
yeah.
being into culture and the scene and actually caring about what we're doing.
Yeah. So I'm about to launch a company in Jersey, called Coast. Have you heard of Coast Cannabis out of Massachusetts?
I have
It's
not
a
yet.
so
I
it's
was in
a
Maine for 15 years, so I'm surprised I didn't. But
Yeah, so they've been wanting number one edible out of Mass for a couple years now.
okay,
They expanded to Connecticut, Rhode Island. They just launched in Maryland, and I just teamed up with them, and I'll be their dude helping with their launch in Jersey.
awesome.
So I saw your store. I have you on my list, and
Which one did you
hopefully,
see?
I think it was the Honey Grove or Honey Stash. I'd have to go back and look at it. I just
Well,
started, so I'm trying to get acquainted with
yeah,
everybody.
yeah, yeah. Were you north or were you south? Because if you were south, it was Honey Grove.
Okay. It was just virtual, looking at my spreadsheets,
Oh,
trying to
okay,
just like
okay.
map the state out right
Well,
now.
Honey Grove opened almost 2 years ago now, and Honey Stash we just opened uh in April. Soft open. May was the grand opening.
Awesome, dude. And you're
Yeah,
kind of the chief visionary or the chief officer, whatever you want
yeah.
to
I'm the
call it,
chief
for
visionary
everything.
officer of Honey of the Honey Project. So like the Grateful Dead stuff we do, and like I source all of the small batch organic cannabis that we have, and I'm the one who sets the standard of what we have on our shelves because it really matters to me coming from somebody who cultivated almost 20 years to have things with standards on my shelf and things that don't go through something like a remediation machine that the thing would have had cancer before. Nothing in Honey Grove or Honey Stash will ever go through that machine. It's you know that I take pride in.
Yeah. And I think a lot of companies need to have that approach in cannabis, and that's
I
kind
think
of
the
just like
reason
that
they
dark
don't,
side, I know why
truly
they
the
don't.
reason,
Yeah.
well, I'm going to say it is because they're not real true cannabis people with passion. They're here for the wrong reasons. They're here for a money grab, and they're all going to keep popping away like they belong because they don't belong here if they're not here for to care about what they're putting in people's bodies because smoking isn't the best thing for you. So you should have a clean product if you're going to be giving it to people to smoke. And that's just facts. And if people don't care
100%.
about that, I hope it keeps getting shown. Truly.
And I've been seeing it more, just people shedding light on what remediation is, like what that looks like. So that way the
Right.
basic consumer, like they don't really have the knowledge or like wanting to know that stuff. You have to bring it to their attention.
The thing
And
is, it should be on the packaging at the least because it's not at this point, and that I have a
yeah,
big problem with. So I have to look into it and do homework to even find out if it
Yeah.
happened. Which we got a lot going on to begin with. So I have to do extra homework. It's not a real thing I choose to do. So I'm trying to bring it to everyone's attention. Everyone should know if it goes through something like that. It should just be on it. That should be the law. There's so many bad laws that we have to do this, but then there's things like this that get shed under the carpet because of huge companies paying people off, and that shit's over now. I'm here to.
I love it, man. I love it. And before I'm sure we're gonna dive into some of that because I know it's gonna tie like to your ethos. But before the honey, like it was just pure hustle for you. And
Yeah.
what did that kind of look like in the beginning? Because you've
I
now
mean,
been in
you
it
go,
for
you
like
go. It depends what you say. Where's the beginning? Because it goes all the way back to when I was a kid in the '90s with a beeper and Mexican weed, Mexican brick weed. Um, and I would get it in Newark, New Jersey, because I lived in Bloomfield. I was a town over. Everything was access. It started there. I would say then the journey kind of got into like the beasters. You know, the Beasters came, and then there was like the first really good cannabis that came along. It was like the Northern Lights and the White Widows and the Blueberries and the Afghanis and the Jack Herreras and the Super Silver Hazes and the Cindy 99s, and then all of a sudden it drifted into the sour diesels, and the bar got raised so much higher, and the piff, the true haze we were getting out of this New York City, and like the thing is, like, people don't understand. Like, back then, people didn't mind paying a lot for the true cannabis, right? Now people complain like that. That's so interesting to me because money is so it's very interesting to me. But I don't think they ever actually smoked the real good stuff, so they don't have a real clue yet. And that's like something we're trying to do too, is bring that kind of standard back where they see how good cannabis actually could be, and how good it actually could make you feel, and how good it's supposed to taste, and how it's supposed to be smooth and not hurt your lungs, and all these things that we're here to show people again, because that's what I based my whole career on for my 29 years, is sourcing the best cannabis, then finding the way to grow the best cannabis, because uh, cannabis is supposed to taste good. Cannabis is supposed to make you feel really good. And there are strains for everybody. And I do hope more people. I'm here to actually. I know I'm going to help bring in more people with passion so we can continue this for community and culture, because that's the real bridge.
for sure. And what was it like? So before you kind of dabbled with the plant, your first kind of ages
So like
consuming
I
it.
I sold cannabis, pretty lightly when I was young, and then like by the time I was after I was 20 or so, it was a pretty big part of my life. And I did the Canadian Beaster thing, and I did the California thing. And then I just, I wanted to not be doing, I first learned how to grow actually from a Grateful Dead taper who
Nice.
cultivated for 30 years. And
Was
he
that
took me
in when
under,
you went to Maine
no, that was in upstate New
before?
York a really long time ago. It was still
Word.
one of my legacy. I learned how to cultivate um like almost 20 years ago. Um
Nice, dude.
it was in upstate New York. I'm gonna not give the specific space, but like in around Oneonta area, was beautiful for me. It was very healing coming from the suburbs of New Jersey. I kind of like got away from drugs and dove into cannabis and healing, and you know
Scenery up.
you know it, what brought me to that was one of my cousins passed away from cancer, and he at the end of his journey he was on opiates, and he was like a big brother to me, because I didn't have when I was younger. I do now, but thankfully I do now, but when I was younger I didn't have the best relationship with my brother, and my cousin was like an older brother to me, and he had cancer and he was dying. In the last few weeks of his life he was on opiates, and he didn't even recognize me, and he was just out of it. And that really made me go into diving into cannabis and finding. I was just diving into anything, right? I was trying to find answers for anyone to never feel what I felt, in that situation at the end of my cousin's life that he didn't even recognize me, and I didn't even get the chance to hug him. Or and I found RSO oil, which for those who don't know, it's Rick Simpson oil, and this is a one of the best medicines in the world, and still a person in a federal institution like that has a disability or is handicapped cannot have this product, which will help them in so many ways. Um, I found this when Rick Simpson is a man in Canada who made this medicine and healed thousands of people with it, and that kind of sent me down this journey to go towards healing of cannabis and to learn how to cultivate this beautiful plant. That's when I ran into, and I was like, when I was younger, I was like diving into things I shouldn't have, and I was into drugs, and cannabis kind of led me off of that path. And when I met the growers and they took me under their wings, and it really was just a whole life change for me. And to be around the Grateful Dead and that kind of family vibes and just culture and this safe place to be where you could trust people and
It's like
and
family,
yes.
you know?
So like
It's a family.
the guy who taught me actually did editing for the Grateful Dead, and the Dick from Dick's Pick would call the house, and I'd be like, "Oh my God, it's Dick from Dick's Pick. Jim here." He like, "Is Jim there?" I'm like, "Oh my God, it's Dick."
Dude,
Um,
that's sick.
it was an amazing experience, and I was like, I really got to learn a lot about the Grateful Dead and cannabis at the same moment. Which why it's like it's a big part of my brand because I have so much gratitude for this thing that I feel saved my life and then help other people have a better life. Um, so that's why it's such a big part of what we do when we have a Grateful Dead cover band play at Honey Grove once a month, Crickets and Cicada. They've become family to us. Yesterday in Fish Lot, they performed and we handed out flyers for the next couple of events. They're such great guys and they become family at Honey Grove. That's the kind of thing. And like now we have seeing people do hula hooping in my parking lot and have a great Sunday afternoon is one of the most
That's
beautiful things I
sick,
could
man.
ever see in my life after the
Yeah.
journey I've been on. And that's something I never thought would be possible. Um, so Jim took me under his wing and for about 3 years, he taught me the ins and outs about cultivation and breeding. And when I first grew, it was Super Silver Haze and Cinderella '99. Um, the second year I was with Jim, we won the Harvest Cup in upstate New York uh, with Cinderella '99, and we beat uh, it was Hindu Kush, which I'm trying to find that cut from those awesome growers I know from back in the day and bring that into the industry because
Yeah.
it's lost, and I know where it is because I've been in it since back then, and that is the grandmother of Kush from the Hindu mountain range in India, the Hindu Kush mountain range in India, and it is a beautiful. It really shouldn't have beat us, but we grew it better because of Jim, because that is a better, in my opinion, it's a better cut. The Cindy was fast. We were able to finish it faster because it was a faster cut. To be honest, and that was my first train I ever made was back then, and it was Cinderella '99 and Super Silver Haze. It was Silverella. That was the first cut I
Ooh,
made back in about 2008.
that's a pair.
Yeah, and what it was is the Super Silver Haze that nobody grows strains like that anymore because everyone
No.
grows for money now. But that was like a
Yep.
90-day strain, and it would get like footballs. But making it with the Cinderella, which is why everyone hybrids these days, is because of things like this. It made it 70 days, and it put it right in the middle, and it had a little
Yeah.
of both.
Dude,
It
that's
was
beautiful.
it was more of a haze. So
Yeah. Yeah. And where do you so being in that scene, where do you stand when it comes to the line of haze and sour? Because that was always a big kind of
I
divider
love
with the
both of
culture.
them, and I'm part of that culture. My license plate says Sour D. I I grew sour diesel since these stories I'm telling you, and I just stopped growing when I came back here to open these stores. I grew it the whole time. It's been a part of I never had enough sour diesel, and I'm part of that whole era. Me and a group of my friends, we all were the guys who had it, and we all helped each other have it. So there was like four of us down in Jersey, New York area, and they know who they are.
They
My
know.
guys, my
Yep.
crew, right?
That's it.
We always had it, and we always helped one another have it. And that's that legacy thing that people don't understand these days. And not everybody always had sour diesel, but that was part of my life. And everyone who really knows me got to smoke sour diesel the whole time.
And what about it? What about that strain really
It
grabs you?
set the bar for me to understand, especially I come from outside New York City. I come from where everybody shipped it, and we are the only ones who had it because we got the most money for it. It was $500 an ounce to $600 an ounce. I saw somebody once pay $9,600 for 1 pound. I saw that with my own eyes.
I believe it.
So I have a different understanding of what passion. What people. He didn't care either. He was happy to. This was a different time and a different era, and they called it sour diesel because we could never have enough. We were like, "What do you mean we could only have a quarter pound? What do you mean we could only have? I need 10 pounds." That was the thing. One time, I'm sorry, Dad, I had a pound and a half of sour diesel in my basement in a sealed, then in turkey bags, sealed again in a fridge. And my dad was like, I came home and it was not there, and I was, oh my God, somebody stole it. And then I saw my dad's face, and I knew exactly what happened. And mind you, it was that much money back then, so it was like, and not all of it was mine because I didn't have it like that.
Oh, yeah, I get it.
So like, I saw his face, and he was like, Dave, I smelled this from 3 floors up, and I walked right to it because that's how loud that the kids say loud these days. That's how loud sour is, was, and supposed to be. And I'm going to show you about that one day, the industry. Well, my last cut I had in Maine was called Nesta, and it was AJ Sour Diesel and Deadhead OG Kush from Cali Connections for my boy. Which I got in Amsterdam at the Cannabis Cup in 2011 because I traveled around the world to find most of my genetics. I went to all the places where people said they had the best weed. Turns out we had it the whole time, but I would say Canada led us to that.
Yeah.
They really, and all these places, Jamaica, Amsterdam, Colombia, Mexico, California, Oregon, Washington, these places led the way for us, and Maine too. Maine was medically legal since 1998, and 99 plants was a misdemeanor. That's why I moved there and stayed on the East Coast.
Okay.
Everyone went to
Yeah.
California to ship their weed across the whole country. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you got to pivot, What was it like jumping into Maine?
Maine was the most amazing experience because I lived there 15 years and it was a healing thing. I was probably one of the only people the cops actually kicked in their door and put in handcuffs over growing cannabis.
Really?
Um, yeah, really, because I was from New Jersey. I'm an outsider.
Wow.
Um,
It's kind of that local
I got
essence there.
dreadlocks. They thought
Yeah.
they thought and I had it together. They thought I like was selling dope. They made the
Yeah.
mistake. They realized that I was a hippie with crystals, and they kind of never even gave me a ticket. Did it give me PSD? PTSD? Yes, but luckily I was in a place where I didn't even get a ticket, and that's why I fight so hard here in New Jersey for home grow. Shout out to home grow, my people. It's not right. These corporations with these people that don't even know how to grow cannabis. You do not like maybe you will learn one day. You don't know how to cure cannabis. You don't know how to grow cannabis. There's several of you that do. You're on my shelf. Um, but to the other ones, like you might have grown 4 years. Like you shouldn't be growing for millions of dollars of companies. Like this is ridiculous. There's a lot of people out there that could use a job that know how to grow weed. By the way,
Yeah.
I could point you to them if you need help. I really could.
There we go. You
Um,
got the plug in.
Yeah, you got the plug in. So like home grow is something we fight hard for. Actually, my inventory manager at my second store, I met at a home grow rally.
Word.
Um,
Nice.
and like we have passionate people on our team. We have people that care about cannabis. We have people that know how to grow cannabis. We have people that uh, will take the time to educate somebody if they don't know what they need.
Yeah.
Sometimes people don't really even understand what they need until they talk through it. Because
100%.
I was a medical cultivator for a long time, so like people are coming to us. They already have anxiety. They already have something going on. So we try to make our space so comfortable and such a good vibe that by the time people leave,
Yeah.
they already feel good. They didn't even
Yeah.
need the medicine yet that they're going to have and feel even better.
Yeah. I love that when people leave the dispensary or when they're coming in, like pop-ups, you're like, how's your day going? And they always hold the bag, they go, a lot better now.
Yes,
And
exactly. So like
it's
we're
always the
trying to
best
make it
remark.
where they're feeling like that even when they enter Honey Grove or Honey Stretch, they already feel that vibe.
Yeah.
They already feel better. And they're like, oh,
Yeah.
and then they want to stick around for the music because we probably got that going on later.
That's sick. Do you guys have like ties to any future lounges or anything like that for Jersey?
We will definitely get in that space.
Nice, dude.
100%.
Yeah.
Like as you
So
see by the events we throw,
I figured.
we are, we- we're not just we're musicians. We're my partner who I run everything with. He won a Peabody Award for a documentary in 2008.
Nice.
And had a TV show and is incredibly gifted and talented. And so uh, our events will definitely keep
Yeah.
growing and growing. Um, we have some really nice ones planned soon. We definitely have. Then I would tell everyone to come out to the next Crickets and Cicada show at Honey Grove if you like the Grateful Dead because it's really good vibes on a Sunday afternoon. We got a
Yeah.
tent that you can get under if it's hot. You bring your chairs and you just have some good vibes and eat some good food.
That's awesome. That's so sick. And when is that? Every other Sunday, you said?
No, it's
Or once a
this
month?
the next one is the 27th of August, and then the
Okay.
one after that's the 24th of I mean the 27th of July, and then
Okay.
the 24th of August.
That's sick.
27th of July.
7th of July. Do you have the September date? Is it around that, usually the later 20s?
I I don't know it by heart, but I do know it's in the beginning, and then I believe we're doing Halloween as well.
Oh, sick, man. How's it feel to so in Maine, were you mostly on the cultivation side of everything?
I just cultivated the whole time up there. I mean, I did a little of everything. I've made hash. I've made edibles. I did that all. I've just been a part of. Actually, I've been a part of every single part of cannabis. From
Yeah.
when I first started, I was a driver. I used to drive older people to go pick up their stuff because I was all clean cut. I'm not anymore,
Yeah.
but when I was younger, I was, and I used to be a driver, and I came up as a driver. I started
Yeah.
as a driver, then I started to do my own thing. It grew, and then it grew to something that I can't even talk about. And then I was like, I'm not gonna do this no more. I'm gonna go to Maine and do some legal shit and grow some fire. And I dedicated my life to growing fire for a long time before I had this opportunity to come back home to New Jersey. I was gone for 20 years. I never thought it'd be possible to come home in this state that still doesn't allow people to grow cannabis. That that when I got here only had mids from big
Mids.
corporations,
Mids.
mids from big corporations, and
Yes.
I was part of a store and I wouldn't smoke one thing on my shelf, but that is all over now. We
I
have
understand that.
craft, we have craft fire at Honey Grove. Uh, you won't be disappointed with one thing you get at our stores. You can call me if you do.
Yeah.
Truly,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
could hit me
Good.
up on Instagram and we could talk it out because
That's it.
I might have made a mistake. I usually don't, but I'm not perfect. That's for sure.
Yeah. None of us are,
I but
fortunately.
I do guarantee that you'll enjoy the stuff on our shelf. I know I do. So
Yeah. No, I know everything that follows your name is quality with the ethos of get rid of the mids,
yeah,
which
there's no
I love
reason
that.
for it.
Yeah.
There's just no reason for it. People spraying weed, that's the
Yeah, it's insane.
craziest shit I ever heard. You don't There's no reason for that. Just go to a better dealer, go to a better grower. There's no reason for somebody to put terps on weed. Weed tastes good. Guess
Yeah.
what? They don't know what they're doing if they have to spray something on weed. That's a fact. So anybody who's spraying weed, go learn how to grow weed.
Yeah, that's right. Stop spraying the weed.
Stop spraying weed. Nobody needs your fake fucking terpenes. Nobody wants it, and it's not even healthy. Like again, smoking weed isn't great for you. So to do things that make it worse for you, this isn't this isn't a standard we stand by.
Yeah, yeah. And now you said you're breaking into like you did the hash stuff and everything like that. What's your take on solventless? You a fan of hash and all that? Are you
I'm
predominantly
a big
flower
fan of
guy?
hash. I'm a
Yeah,
big fan of
cool.
hash. I'm more of a flower guy because I smoke, like I said, I
Yeah,
smoke good weed. Like
yeah,
I'm always going to
100%.
be a flower guy.
That's
I
it.
smoke hash socially. I think that most of the people that really love hash didn't smoke good weed ever. I really
Yeah,
think that. And they're
yeah.
finally getting terpenes and they're like, oh, this, and I get that. And I hope you stop smoking sprayed weed and you come and check out some good weed at my store. And then you could at least smoke both. But
Exactly.
I do
Exactly.
love hash. I have
Yeah.
so many great friends that make some of the most amazing hash on earth.
Nice.
It's a beautiful craft.
Yeah.
Um, I even some of my friends that make butane hash. It if they're done right, that pulls some of
Hey,
the best
okay.
that pulls some of the best terpenes out that I've ever seen, and that's a fact. And
It's true.
I've seen them beat a lot of rosin guys in competitions the whole time. So like it depends who the hash maker is. It depends how good they are at pulling the essence of the plant out and putting it back in. So
Yeah.
like it depends who's making the hash on that question for me. It's like either could be really good. It depends who had that cut. Is the cut good for rosin? Is the cut good for this? There's a lot of variables. Not every cut you grow, it could be very good flour, not great hash making. A lot of people don't understand that.
Yep.
That is a huge thing in cannabis, and that's why some of the strains got stopped being grown because they're not good for rosin, and everybody wants rosin. So they stop growing the stuff that tastes good.
For
So
that.
like,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
with people growing 30,000 square feet, you could do a little of everything, guys.
Yeah. That's what I try
And
to tell them.
you don't
Designated
need
one
to,
little room for
you
that,
also like, this is medicine. So not growing the stuff that takes 90 days, some of the strains, some of the old hazes that take 120 days, never growing them, never caring about the medicine that might help somebody, because there's certain people that need specific medicines to feel better. I know this from my life. I have friends that need one strain that's not even on the market here.
Yeah.
What do they have to do? They have to go break a law. They're not allowed to grow the plant, right? They're not allowed to grow the plant for themselves. It's not on the market, and this is the strain they need. What are they supposed to do?
Yeah. They don't have an option.
Not fair. So,
Yeah.
like, that's not fair. We have to fix that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
people growing weed at home isn't going to hurt you, big corporations. They're going to find out it's very hard, just like you that can't do it that great, just like that. You know, they're going to find out the same thing and they're going to respect us more.
I'm a huge argument when it comes to that and just consulting with bigger brands that I hear that opposition and I'm just like, you're missing the whole purpose of it. Like you have to be for it. You can't not. And people are gonna learn that and then they're gonna bite you out. Like
Well, here's the thing.
it's for the people.
I came from a place where everybody who wanted to grow weed grew it. I went home this past weekend and every one of my friends' backyard had weed growing in it.
Awesome. Awesome.
Maine,
Yeah.
way life should be. That's the thing there. It's like, why should people not be able to grow medicine in their backyard and they could make beer in their basement that makes them forget about the night before? That doesn't make sense, world.
No.
I've only this is the only drug I ever did, alcohol, that made me forget the night before out of everything I
Yep.
tried. That
Yeah.
is and I could make that in my basement, but I can't grow a plant that could heal my mother.
Yep.
What are you talking about? Where is this coming from? Who's in charge of this? Why is it still why are we still in the class of heroin in this stage? While they give people heroin on every corner in their friggin' we're in a weird era. And
Yeah.
like they're gonna keep cannabis from people, but give the kids heroin at the clinics.
Yeah.
Let's and then not take care of the mentally ill people. Hmm. or the people that were at war and came back mentally ill. Hmm. And
That's a big one too.
let's
Yeah,
figure this out because I
yeah.
think there's some missing parts here.
It's a mess.
It's a mess.
It's a mess.
And we'll keep cannabis with heroin and put people in jail. That's what we should do. That's a good idea. Because
I don't get it.
I
You
I
know.
don't think anybody could understand that besides somebody who's paying people to keep it that way.
Yeah. I
They're
think
the only ones who understand that.
or the people after like a couple glasses of wine, like bashing someone who like ate a gummy or like something like that. It's just,
It's
I never understood the alcohol culture that we have on this society.
I have no problem with their culture. I just have a problem with not not making this culture make sense because we're not saying that that's heroin. It's not. They're saying this is heroin. It's not. Let's no, no. In fact, it doesn't even make you forget things because I remember stuff.
No, it's once I saw that at a young age, I just started thinking everything's kind of backwards now.
Yeah,
Just open that door, just be like, once you start digging into that and just the care that cannabis can give people, and then trying to understand why we can't have that, it kind of opens up a lot of doors of questioning.
I've seen it help so many people's lives,
Yeah,
and
man.
now I get to do it on the legal side, and I
Yeah.
get to give kids really awesome people jobs and then like treat them. And but we treat them. They're like family to me.
Yeah, man.
I I'm taking some of them to fish later. Uh,
Sick. Sick.
like the fact that we are like that, it then that comes into the community because everyone's feeling good because we're treating people good. And when we first got here, nobody it was toxic actually because everyone came from some of these corporations I'm talking about, and they were all jaded and they didn't believe that this is even possible. But now, if you come into Honey Grove or Honey Stash, every one of our people, every single one of them has good vibes and knows what they're talking about and cares what they're doing and will take the time to explain something to you. I'm so I want a shout out to everyone on my team. I love
Yeah,
you
man.
guys.
Shout out to
Big shout
crew.
out to Honey Grove and Honey Stash and all my partners. We're really we're blessed to do what we believe in. We're blessed to like put things on our shelf that have a standard. We're blessed to be doing things for culture and community that are bringing people together. We were part of the first Cannabis Cup in New Jersey last year,
Nice.
and that was a real honor. I don't think if I was cultivating, I would have been able to be a part of that. I love dogs. Don't worry about that.
Yeah,
More
no,
than
I
people.
got a
We're better
big
than
American
people.
bulldog.
Yeah,
Yep.
no worries.
Yep. I got my
Um,
whole crew here. My
but like,
co-producers.
I truly believe we do the community, music, food, art, because we have new artists come in every couple months and we switch them out and we let them sell their
Oh, that's
art too.
sick.
And we do a live art show with them and a DJ. This is what I'm trying to do to bridge and kill the stigma, to bridge community and culture. And we're trying to include everybody. If you like hip hop, here's an event for you. If you like electronic music, here's an event for you.
You threw a pretty gnarly 420 event, right?
On 4/19, it was the best day of my whole friggin' life. I got to pick up Cypress Hill at the Hard Rock at the Hard Rock in Atlantic City, and I got to hear stories about them traveling and where their favorite places were to tour. And I heard a story about Santana stealing Bobo's father's song, and and I probably shouldn't have said that. Ooh, sorry, Bobo. Um, and it was like to then to come back to Honey Grove. And there's a line around the store, something that I've been dreaming of the whole time. And everyone's so happy to see Cypress Hill. And we had a car show and we had DJ Lord Sear, homie, shout out to DJ Lord Sear, Sirius XM, Shade 45. That's the homie. He was in the parking lot spinning tunes. We had cars hopping on hydraulics. When we got out of the car, I got out of the car with Cypress Hill and everyone cheered and we went inside and they took the time to meet every single person that came to see them. Um, it was just a dream come true and like to have the honor. Thank you, Cypress Hill. Thank you, Trace. Thank you, Be Real. thank you, Send Dog, thank you, Bobo. They showed up. They gave good vibes. And I, it's probably hard to do something like that. And I'm really grateful because it was one of the best days of my whole life. And those people who really defend cannabis and stand up for not just cannabis but other things what they believe in, I really admire them my whole life since I'm a young guy, and it was such an honor to be a part of that, and it was the best day of my entire life. And then I got to go VIP to the show afterwards and hang out with them. It's like,
Dude,
well, if you told 19-year-old Dave, who was like, I want to grow sour diesel,
that's
but
it.
I'm
That's it.
right. If you told him that Cypress Hill was going to be at his weed store, and there's going to be cars jumping up and down, there's going to be a line around the block, and everybody there is going to have a good time and remember it, man, I would tell you that's crazy because I come from nothing. Nobody gave me anything ever. Nobody believed in me to do this. Everyone told me you can't do this, you can't do that. That drove me. That's what drives me in life. This is the first time in my life I ever have support because my I do now. My team is family. They support me. My partners support me. They're family. It's I've never had that in my whole life, and I want to tell everybody that the trick to success is just to be a little better every day and believe in yourself and have self-love. And if you show up for yourself every day a little more, you're going to wind up being who you are. You're going to wind up sitting in a chair like me, being in your dreams, not believing what's happening. You could do it too. I was 400 pounds 185 weeks ago. You could do
Whoa,
anything. You could do
400
anything you put
pounds.
your heart to.
Is that where
Yeah,
Big Dave came into play?
that's where Big Dave comes from. If
Okay.
everybody wondered, that's where Big Dave comes from, and he still lives inside me.
Yeah. You got that
Yeah,
grind, Dave.
yes, sir. I'm on a 185-week health journey. I never missed a Monday. I, 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 during COVID, I got really depressed.
Yeah.
My family's house burned down as well 2 years
Brother.
ago,
Brother.
and um, you know, I just have a lot of drive to show up and be the best version of myself for this moment for everyone in cannabis, everyone in culture, everyone in the community that's been pushed down by people who don't belong in the industry that don't give a shit about what they're doing. That just want to make money and give us fucking poison. I'm here to fucking end that and bring back true, passionate cannabis people, true flower that people enjoy, true products, all of it, no matter what it is. Edibles, rosin, no matter what it is, made by people who know what they're doing and care what they're doing and wouldn't put poison in you or anybody else ever and wouldn't spray pesticides that might give you something you don't know about later. We won't do that at Honey Grove or Honey Stick ever. There will never be the people we mess with, all of the brands that we mess with. They're our friends. They're our family. I'm going to fish with Brighter Side later. I communicate with these people on a daily basis because they passionately love what they're doing, and then I love what they're doing. So I would say before it wasn't these brands, but now Brighter Side's here. Neptune Farms is here. Jersey Grown is here. Bass River is here. Evie Farms is here. Uh, we just got Panda Farms. Nobody knows about yet, but I'm impressed with their organic craft cannabis Panda
Cool.
Farms. We just got Bliss and Wonder Brett. Everyone knows Wonder Brett. Um, and then there's Niche and Garden Greens. There's a lot more things that were not here before that are on a better standard. And a lot of those companies I named are organic. Some of them are living soil. There's microbes here now. There's things that just weren't here before, and there's good genetics from people like Brighter Side who care to grow things that take a little longer, who have been growing weed for a good amount of time, who did win a cannabis cup in 2010 in Colorado, who did leave their home from here to go there to pursue a dream like I did, to come back home 20 years later. I align with people like this. I was looking for a strain called Elvis for 17 years, and they wound up locating it, growing it, and giving me an exclusive.
Wow. What
That's
about
the
that
kind of,
strain? I've never heard of
that's the
Elvis.
kind, you don't know that strain?
Mm-mm.
Skunk One and AK-47. You don't know because it's
Woo,
old genetics that got lost.
woo.
And back then, people had cuts. They got busted. It was gone. They didn't give these
Yeah,
cuts away. These were
yeah,
our life. This was our thing. This was my cut. So like it was, especially on the East Coast, we were like, oh, you'll never get my sour diesel.
yeah, yeah. I know, I know. I do firsthand. I was
So
on
I
the
would go
East
to a
Coast.
music festival when I was younger.
Yeah,
I would go to a music festival when I was younger. Everyone, get on my hands and knees and pray to God that I would find sour diesel that weekend until I did. Every
yeah,
weekend for years. I
yeah.
searched for it and searched for it, searched for it until I found it. And I would get cuts and I would be like, oh, it's not it. Oh, this isn't it. Oh, this isn't it. No, this isn't it. And then I got it. And they were like, if you ever give this to anybody, you won't be in our club anymore. Well, I did not. I only gave it to two people my whole life, and I was allowed to. Because I come from a time of loyalty means everything. I come from a time where you were buying weed and your life was at risk. I come from a time where you have to trust who you're working with. So these people in this industry who don't have integrity, no fucking business with them. They aren't even if they have a good product. If you don't have integrity, you could fucking kick rocks. Boop 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 boop. Peace. There's enough good people here to break bread with and to help create this culture that we don't have to work with bad people, thank God. Thank God. I'm couldn't be more grateful for the amazing people who've come on the scene
Yeah,
in the past, you know, year and a half.
yeah. Especially in
It kind
Jersey.
of started
Jersey's
with
booming.
Garden Green. Garden Greens was kind of the start of this new thing, and it's really blossoming into craft cannabis, which was not here before. And I think a big thing is that we have to help educate the people to even know what craft cannabis is, to even know what good cannabis is, because it's been lost here. So they don't understand the difference. They don't understand, like you said, they don't even know what remediation is. And so that's part of our mission is to educate, just to even show in a lot of these brands we work with, they're small brands, like 3, 4 people, a family. Brighter side is my friend, my friend Frank and his wife, his wife Lindsay
Nice,
and his mother-in-law and two other
nice.
people. So they don't have the time and we have to all help each other market and understand to get the message out about these products because we are all mom and pops and we're all banding together to help one each other grow with these huge corporations here that don't care.
100%. What if so diving into genetic wise, now you guys don't have a cultivation license yourself,
Yet,
do you? You do? Yet.
yet,
Awesome. Love that.
um, You know, we will one day. We're kind of being patient, and there's a lot of people here that really don't have a clue what's going on. So we're going to be patient and keep learning to do what we're doing and growing our brand and growing our standards. We're going to be releasing white labeling beforehand with some of these
Cool.
great partners we've made,
Yeah.
um,
Nice.
which is rolling out really soon. We're excited about that. Um, and we will definitely get in that one day. And we're in the meantime, we're going to partner with people like Jersey Grown and other legacy people, and help each other grow, um, and do some great white labeling. Hopefully, with a couple of other small batch craft cannabis people for right now, and grow from there. We definitely, with my almost 20 years in cultivation, we'll definitely be getting into that field. We might even like get into genetics and uh maybe like a seed bank
Yeah.
or you know some kind of thing like that in the near future,
Yeah.
just to be getting ready for when we do, because sourcing genetics has always been one of my favorite things to do, and pheno hunting, that's like a strong passion of mine, so I don't want to lose it completely. um
Yeah. And I'm
Tissue
sure you have a
culture lab, it
vault,
may be
you
something that
know?
we get into too.
Yeah.
Yes, and I have friends with vaults too.
Yeah.
You know, I believe in the old school genetics. I believe in chems. I believe in like I said, Hindu Kush. I believe in sour diesel. I believe in, headband. I believe in the Afghanis and the white widows and the blueberries and the northern lights. And I believe in the
Mm-hmm.
things that paved the way to make all these hybrids. That's where all
Yeah.
the hybrids come from. I think that we need to get back to growing both. Not that we should
Yeah.
kick out all these hybrids, but nobody wants to only smoke runts and candy gas.
No.
Like,
No.
give us some real gas
Bring
once
back
in a
the
while.
OGs. Bring them back.
Take 70 days to grow some strains.
Where they at?
Take it. I'm not asking you, but like take at least 70 days to grow some strains that are like tasty. I-95, Star Dog.
Yeah. Not bad. They had those in
You
PA in the first start
you
of it.
know,
Yeah.
the piff's hard to
So,
get out here. I get it.
yeah.
I get it, but I grew up on it, so I would hope somebody would truly get it going. I do believe people are coming with passion now. They're few and far between. I'd say like for every one passionate person, there's 30 people that don't know distillation from a resin.
This episode is brought to you by Waddle, the world's fastest and easiest way to review and track your medicinal cannabis products. Waddle offers batch-specific reviews, so you'll know what to stash or what to trash. It's exclusively available for Pennsylvania medical cannabis patients. Waddle helps you take the guesswork out of your cannabis journey and ensures transparency with the verified product tracking. Download Waddle now on iOS or Android. That's WODL, and take control of your cannabis experience today. Yeah, nice. What are some things you're looking for forward in Jersey coming up? Anything with the market or just the company itself?
I think I'm super, we just launched our second store. Um, it's has a purple and teal drive-through, so that's pretty. I don't know how to really, express the how
Yeah.
interesting that is. Um,
Yeah.
I'm really excited about the second location and being in more than one spot. And it's interesting to like regrow something again after Honey Grove has like blossomed into being voted the number one dispensary in the state.
Nice, dude.
Um, so like to
Was that
regrow
this
in
year? This year, last year?
last year, yeah.
Dude, nice.
And like and that's not because we sell the most weed. That's because we're doing the community stuff. That's because we have passion. And that's because all the bud tenders smoke at they come and get the weed at our store. All we see you bud tenders out there and they're all asking for jobs too. As we grow, we're gonna hire you guys. Keep showing up.
Yeah. Do you have any strains that you're liking that are on your shelves?
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh yes. I would say that because I think GH1 from Brighter Side has been one of my favorites. We just dropped Neptune Farms recently, and it went like because we do these small batch organic drops. It goes in like a week and a half. It's just like because everyone's
Wow.
excited for it to come.
Yeah,
Um,
man.
so that's why you like if you are excited about some of these brands, you got to get them as they come because they're going pretty pretty fast, especially with a brand like Neptune. They had this. They had. I love the Pina Loca from them. That's one of my favorites from them, and the Biscotti. Um, I really those are two of my favorites from them. The Evie Farms. I think I loved the Rainbow Sangria that just dropped. It was a very unique terp, and the triple cherry. They have a new batch coming. We're really excited about. Neptune has a new batch coming. We're really excited about. Panda Farms just dropped. I really was impressed with the whole lineup that came out. It's
Yeah.
organic, it's small
Okay.
batch, and we dropped like six strains, and every one of them was fire. Um, we dropped Bliss and Wonder Brett today. So I haven't even got to taste that one yet. That's probably the best part of my job is sourcing out these things and then getting to. I did go to the cultivation and I tested it all, and They were way up to my standards, which we don't let anything on our shelf unless I go to the cultivation and I see what's going on.
Good.
And and I see if we vibe. Sometimes I go and
It's
I
really
waste my
important.
time, but it's not a waste of time if I see that thing. And maybe it's just they're not there yet. Maybe it's like they gotta learn how to cure weed because a lot of people grow weed decent, but they do not know how to cure weed yet on scale. Now a lot of these people that come into cannabis, they never really grew on scale. Scale is
Yeah.
a different thing. Every time
Whole different beast.
as a cultivator, I went from 4 lights to 8 lights. It was a new thing. I went to 8 lights to 20 lights, a new universe. Now you go from 20 lights to 100 lights. You're talking like you're just like this is a lot of learning. So like it's happening. People think they know what they don't know, and then they find out they've got to relearn things. And that's a part of cultivation. I'm not getting hard on anybody because I learned lessons too. That's cultivation. It takes trial and error. That's how you get good at things. If you're learning from your mistakes and not repeating them, you're winning. But
Yep.
you shouldn't be making them on this kind of scale. And you should already know what you're doing before you're doing this. That's
Yeah.
my take on that.
Yeah. And how's it been when you're going into these places? Mostly positive? Have you ever had to kind
I've
of,
had both
yeah,
reviews, but the
yeah,
people that I work with definitely very positive and
good.
passion and care about the genetics and care about organics and care about terpenes and care about uh, everything they're doing. That's why we're working with them. That's why we're
Yeah.
helping each other because they feel the same thing in me. They don't want to have, and not everybody wants to have their products in places where it's not appreciated and the people aren't going to put in the time and effort to make each other grow and make people realize what that product is. We're going to do that when we work with people. We're going to do it through marketing. We're going to do it through ads. We're going to do it through events. We're going to do it through having people like Cypress Hill come through and having your name on it. We're going to do it through all types of fun and creative things because everyone just puts in a computer. How do I run a cannabis? Let me chat GPT. How do I run life? Well, I think you should probably go take some LSD, go eat some mushrooms, become creative, find yourself, because the strongest force in the universe is authenticity. Be authentic, and then come back out here and do your thing. That's what I
Yeah.
think. Instead of asking a computer what to do and then watching TV later.
And on that topic, obviously you're doing everything you can trying to elevate the community. What can all the individuals listening in this space kind of take upon themselves to start
Are
elevating this
you working
community?
for a company that doesn't have standards? Leave it. Go work for a company that has standards. Why are you wasting your time? Like just to make money? Why life's too short to be working for fucking clowns. Go work for passionate people or start your own thing. You have passion, do what you love. Life is too short. That radiates everywhere. Everyone should do what they want to do.
Yeah.
So like if you are working for a place that you're feeling something here in your gut, you're probably right.
Yep.
You're probably
Yep.
right. And you should probably go to a place where you feel love, support, guidance, where people are going to help you grow as an individual, where people are going to have, sometimes even give you something you don't want to hear. Sometimes that's the best thing for you, right? Because
Yep.
we're all our worst enemy, ourselves. We are the ones stopping ourselves from succeeding. I was doing it most of my life. I will never do that again.
Yeah. Kind of getting out of your own way, you know?
Yes, getting out of your own way and putting in the work because everybody wants to get there without putting the work in. You got to put
Yeah.
in the work for what you want, whether
Create
it's being
momentum.
a musician, whether it's doing accounting, whatever you want to do, you got to put in the work to get good at it. And you could be good at anything you want. We're amazing. We're divine. You just have to tune into yourself. That's one of our missions here is to get everybody to tune into themselves and be who they want to be. And we will accept you.
I love it. That's what the community is all about. It's a sick
Yeah.
community we're in, man.
Yeah, it is a
And
sick community. And
I
like
think that's what's
it
going to be the legacy of it, you know? And
it's
you're painting it yourself.
everyone should paint their own masterpiece. Everyone has
Yeah.
that ability. And like I didn't put in all that work not to have some fun with my friends now, right? Not to bring my
100%.
friends into it,
Yeah.
not to, you know, elevate everyone around me.
Yeah.
We're all going places. Everyone on my team, we're all gonna feel better. We're all gonna learn. We're all gonna grow. We're
Yeah.
we're we're one love, honey love.
That's it. That's
Yeah,
it. Dave, man, wrapping up socials. How can people get plugged in?
Big Dave Honey, um, Honey Grove NJ, Honey Stash NJ, honeygrove.com. Come at us, come join us, come to our events, come party with us, come
Yeah.
smoke the good fire. No more
Yeah.
mids. We're gonna
No
help
more
you.
mids.
We're gonna help educate that people should care about what they're putting in their body, and we care about what you're putting in yours.
Yeah, man.
Gratitude and love yourself, and just be a little better every day. I challenge you to that. Just be a little better every day, and see in 90 days how far you've come, and then you just never stop that.
That's it.
That's the
That's
trick,
it.
because you could do it too. I come
Yeah,
from
man.
nothing, and I have the world just like it's a beautiful gratitude moment. And gratitude is
Yeah.
magic.
Yeah.
Gratitude
And
is don't give up on yourself if you have something you believe in. Even if you get knocked down, even if the cops kick in your door, if you really believe in it, keep going.
yep.
Keep showing the universe you want it, and doors will open up, and the right people will show up. And if the wrong people are there, get away from them.
That's it. That's it. Create your momentum,
Yes,
you
sir.
know? And then you can't stop. No one can
You're all in
stop you.
control. You're all in control of your own universe. And think positively and learn from the negative stuff.
That's it. Well, my man, a lot of words. It's good.
Got things
I
to
hope
say.
people tune into that. I know. And we could go for a while, but I know I want to let it cut you loose. You got
Yeah,
fish to
man, I
get
gotta
to,
go to
baby.
Fish and hand out
Yeah.
these stickers to everybody and go dance. I need some dance healing, my friend. Everyone should go dance more too and hug each other. Be good to each other. Like smiles are ripples of goodness. Just do that.
That's it.